And hello, space engineers. Here in another episode of our portable base, our amazing portable base. We have a different portable base than last time. As you can see here, let me show you a few things around here. Some things are different, some things are the same. The bed is the same. A bed that we'll never be sleeping in. I have an armory that we probably won't be using anytime soon. A weapons rack we will be using. Be storing a lot of weapons that we find across the place. And we have the kind of the same setup here, just we made it a little longer here in the nose. Has some stabilizers. We actually put some refineries in here, just the basic ones. So we have yeah, just some basic stuff to make some noise in there. And we have a store over here, store that we hopefully should be using, have ability to use here next month in May. So that should be updated to the game, which I thought it would be already, but we have an ATM that we probably will be using again, hopefully. So yeah, we can add money to this thing. So hopefully we find some scattered around there in the galaxy. Alright, let's find some of the things that we did differently this time. Or kind of the same. We do have the assemblers. So we have the two assemblers there that we're going to be using quite a bit to make ammo, which we've been having a hard time making. I mean, the magnesium thing has been taking its toll. So we're going to be making the ammo that we can make right now, since we're still on the planet. So we haven't had a chance to get any platinum or uranium yet. So we're just going to be making this for now, so we don't want to get shot by pirates when we get up into space. Yeah, like one of my trial runs before. So you have your alternate storage here for seeds and stuff that overflows from the farm in there. I'll be putting in that small cargo container, or medium cargo container, I'm not sure which. But yeah, that goes in there. And of course, of our ice. I want to keep really close to the plants because I kind of forget to check that. So we're gonna make sure that it has ice on a regular basis. Keep that as full as possible because it runs out. And that sound there is our other food supply getting shot to pieces outside. Yeah, so I have some small guns already installed, and no matter where I put them, they always find the angle to shoot the wildlife, the coyotes or wolves in this case. I think they're wolves. Okay, so this is good. So we're to the top, filled to the top with hydrogen, which is very, very good. And one of the other areas I kind of wasn't sure what to do with over here, so I put a bathroom in there. I don't know, just to use up some extra PCUs that probably had some useless things like plant holders and a lavatory thing. So probably be taken out later. And we have the O2H2 generators. I think I'll eventually say that right. And cryo chamber. I thought that was pretty cool. I've never used this before. This is the very first time, so I thought that sound would be pretty cool to have once in a while. It actually fills up your stuff when connected to the computer system. So convenient, I guess. Just another way to use up extra PCUs. I haven't turned off, by the way. Yes, we're using hydrogen power there. So I have the PCUs turned off because I just don't want to know how much I'm using. I have some jump drives already installed there. I put those in there already. I usually put them in at the last, but kind of like doing the design of the ship, I just wanted to see how that would turn out. Just to get them as compact as possible. It's like, oh, you see I have my reactors too up there? I think 2 would be enough. So I get all that before because I just want to see how everything fits. I don't want everything to be like exaggerated big, unnecessarily big. So this is something I did different this time. I have a, what do you say, docking bay? Like a small vehicle docking bay? Because we're actually going to a planet, that's the whole idea here. So we're going to be going to another planet, so we want a little buggy to be going around everywhere. So, yeah, I thought that'd be nice to have the buggy. Maybe another one, I don't know if we have the ability to have another buggy in there. Not sure what type of buggy or anything, but yeah, and we can build on and stuff with that. We have the ability to build in there, like a maintenance bay, I guess that could be called. And we have the ability to lower and raise that platform, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm opening and closing those doors, I don't know. That's a good habit, I guess, in space. So the crops don't die. So see there? That's just an... It took a lot of work to get that thing right down to the ground. It took some work to roll that buggy up there, and yeah, it took some trial and error. Alright, so we're gonna get our food supply ready. So one of the things we can't have in space is meat. We can't farm it, I guess. So we can't have like animal pens or anything in space. It would be pretty cool though if somebody could like suggest that to the creators, programmers. Oh, the wolf's getting away. That's not good. I'm just using ammo. Oh, there we go. Okay. The ship had to help me out. Okay, so that was convenient. So yeah, having animal pins in space would be awesome. I mean, it could be just anything like bugs or something. I know a lot of space games are into eating bugs. Yes, that's like that's a, what do you call it? One world, one government effort type thing. One government thing that nobody believes about. Yeah, they want you to eat bugs. So you see that suspicious rock there in the ground? That's because I have a way to eject the stone, which I'll show you here shortly how that works. So I've been trying that out. For some reason I made a hole there, which I'm not sure why. But I guess that's the least of our worries, right? Stone making holes. So you see there? That closes really, really cool. Well, I just love how that closes, and I just love the space there just for the heck of it. See, and you can actually go in there and walk around and do whatever, I don't know, you would do in a maintenance bay. And here's something I probably should have done, but I did anyway. I put the refineries way up here, right where everything's docking, like the thrusters and anything, so they can get damaged. And I'm saying that because they already did. They got really, really damaged a short time ago. So I had to come in here and fix all the conveyors and anything because things weren't working anymore. So some of those are connected to the hydrogen thrusters outside. So I'll probably be adding a few more, and I don't know, I just might just leave that the way it is. Yeah, so hydrogen thrusters damage a lot of stuff. A rule of thumb. So, see there, got a little bit of decoration going, and yeah, everything's working great actually. I already mined some stuff and things are refining, and I think we're almost ready to head out and get to our next planet. But not yet. I mean, we still want to get some stuff because there's always something missing. There's always something needs to be refined, and we go through tons of ice and uranium and magnesium. Oh man, I'm always running out of that stuff. So it's bulky in its raw form. And then it's refined, but it's like a few bags of powder after like 300,000 kilograms. So yeah, that stuff is really hard to store in these serious quantities. So here I got the miner. After the last incident where the thrusters are damaging everything right there, I raised that as like amazingly effective and easy to land on, surprisingly. So I really like that design there, like having a fin up there. Really easy to land on because you can line up a lot easier that way without having to worry about hitting anything. So it's really high up, and yeah, really easy. I'm glad I did that actually. You see, really simple design for the miner, not like one of our other ships. Probably getting the laser miner back. Talked with the designer of that, and he kind of explained how to get the lasers working. So we're gonna be doing that. So I really like the idea of having mining lasers working, so we'll be doing a separate video with that working. See, this is remote controlled, already set up. Though I haven't used it in remote control yet, I kind of like prefer to mine it with me in it. So I don't know if just in case I have it, just in case I need it to be remote control, I can do that. But yeah, I've been having a hard time not running into stuff, so yeah, probably just do that like with me in the cockpit type mining stuff. Maybe with the smaller mining ship we could do that remotely, but yeah, this thing, yeah, it's kind of bulky, and if you don't calculate it right, it hits stuff. Alright, so enough about that. Complaining about my own designs. Get back over here to our starter mineral area. I already mined some stuff out of here. So you can't have enough iron, but you can't have enough cobalt either. It's like one of the other things that's hard to find in space is cobalt. So it's good to have that already refined before you go looking for it into space. We kind of need it anyway if you're going to make large blocks. So that's what we're going to try to get here. Some cobalt. You probably want to hit the cobalt, we'll probably hit the iron first. If we do that, then well, just get some more iron. We'll need it anyway. Yeah, that's what happened. So we'll just get that and go on from there. Alright, so we're checking now. This ship is good. So we're going to be checking out the functions of the ship. So we have some like engines, and we have some pistons on there. The connector's also on a piston. So we're going to be checking the functions of that, make sure they work. Make sure they go up and down correctly and everything works before we head out into space. So we're going to check that the engines are stable and they can keep us up at a complete 1g gravity. And it looks like they are holding up. So I think I did calculate that correctly. Maybe it went over just a tiny bit, but that's okay. I mean, yeah, you definitely want to stop when you're descending on another planet. You want to have enough thrust to come to a stop. Okay, we're going to check our left to right. Engines, backward, forwards. Probably don't have to be doing any rolling over or anything like that, so we won't be doing any of that. Not like a miner has to be like mobile in all directions without like crashing into the surface. So the ship just has to go up and down, forwards and backwards, and maybe to the sides sometimes. That's all we needed to do. So it looks like it does that pretty well. Looks like gyroscopes working pretty well. So it's not maybe a combat ship, so we don't need that to be like super mobile. This is just our mobile base, refinery, carrier type thing. Actually, in the future I want to make a bigger ship, like an actual carrier that can carry ships. This one's designed a little bit too narrow, I think. So we have to have a couple more ships on this. I don't think I contemplated that very well. But we can get to work. I'm pretty sure we can. Okay, so everything's working correctly. Things go up and down. No weird stuff happening. I would say the ship is ready to head out into space. Just have to make sure we have all the resources ready, because some of the things we need are kind of hard to find. Things like cobalt, kind of tricky to find, some silver, gold, stuff like that. Okay, so when we're landing on other planets, we probably won't be connecting right away, but it's still good to know that this will work. We will make a little recharging platform like this one. But for the sake of PCUs, probably won't be doing that. Yeah, once I figure out which crosshairs I want to use, the camera ones or those little small one there. I confuse those once in a while. A lot actually. So probably want to use the camera one, right? Go connect that. Get that dead center, then we'll come down. Hopefully everything is like connecting. All the landing gears. That's the trickiest part, is getting the landing gears to connect at the same exact time as the connector. Very rare to have them all connect. But, okay. Alright, we have everything connected but the connector. So we gotta redo that a little bit. See, it goes off a little bit. Alright, we'll thankfully have a third person camera to help us out with that. So we'll just angle it back a little bit. Tiny bit. Get the camera back and we'll center that again. Yeah, seems like everything's connected. So maybe we can get a look at that with the third person camera. So everything's like connected. Landing gear, I think I see that looks green. Yeah, okay. Okay, so here we found that our ice has been gradually going down and down. So we're gonna get some more, just taking advantage that we're by a huge frozen lake. So we're gonna get some ice from that, and then we're going to be good, I think. I think we have pretty much everything we need. Everything's connected, everything's working properly. So, probably check that a couple more times before we go, but I think everything's good. Okay, so in this part here we're going to be getting into space. So we're just going to be doing some last minute checks. And doing checks is always a good thing, because sometimes stuff breaks. Sometimes you land a little hard, or well, yeah, that's usually what happens. Or you hit something and yeah, then you won't notice until it's like you're in a really bad position, like in space, and you don't know where all the resources are, and there's pirates everywhere, and so something like this that creates oxygen and hydrogen. Just check to make sure it's working, which I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, see there, it's depleting gradually. So we have plenty of ice in there for now. That ice will go evaporate pretty quickly. Yeah, because I have a pretty big tank there. That's okay. I mean, ice is pretty abundant in space, so I don't have to worry about that too much. Well, you can see the tank's over here, and a plant over here that needs to be picked. Yeah. Yeah, so everything was good. Then we tested the ship out already, so looks like it is capable of getting us where we want to go. So I feel pretty confident about this build. Not as big as I would want it to be, but it's pretty good. I mean, we're refining stuff and everything connected to it. So, first objective, to get this up into space. Probably good to save before doing that. It's good to save before descending too. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, good to save before doing any of that. Unexpected stuff can happen, especially when coming down. I mean, landing something this heavy isn't that easy. Alright, so here you go. Normally without the mod, the speed mod, this would take approximately 7 minutes at 100 meters per second. That's the top. But with the mod we can go up to big ships. I got up to 300. And the spacesuit you can get up to 500 meters per second, which is really awesome. is one of my favorite mods. It should actually be like an in-game option, I think. Okay, so we're going to be getting those into the ship. We don't want any surprises. Things bumping into asteroids and stuff. Space rocks. Especially our connector. Okay, so we have pretty good speed going there. 200 meters per second, which is awesome. I really love this mod. Yeah, shouts out to the creator of this mod. I'll put that in the description for sure, along with the other mods that I'm using. Yeah, normally I don't use too many mods, but these mods are pretty awesome. So I'll put a description, a list of all of the mods I'm using. So okay, at this point just take the dampeners off because you just be wasting hydrogen. Just take that off and let it drift. It's inertia doing this work. You just accelerate once in a while and you want to use too much hydrogen. I think that's the trick. Yeah, I never knew what the trick was too much, but yeah, trial and error, that's what I found that works for me. You can see we're almost out of the atmosphere. Well, I think we're out of the atmosphere. Still quite a bit of gravity though. But now the inertia is doing most of the work. So you can start to look around and see if we're not going to ram into anything. Nothing's moved or... Yeah, my last video, those who watched it, mining ship was wobbling around. It just, I don't know, it worked, but it just really... a tense moment watching it just wobble and wobble. I was going to just break off and ram into one of the engines. Which it almost did, I think. Yeah, but this is a much stable build. Much more stable. So those blocks, all those were light armor blocks. I didn't use any heavy armor blocks for this, since it's not meant for combat. Just meant for refining and transporting ships. Yeah, but normally I'd put the top part of that, have like heavy blocks. The heavy blocks do weigh quite a bit, so that would definitely affect our movement. You have to put more engines on it, make a bigger target, and yeah, so on. So this is just the right balance for this type of ship. Kind of fragile, so if we hit anything, it will come apart. But yeah, so about this point in the game is when I start wondering about, would it be cool like having like critter infection or something? So if you go down to the planets, there should be like different creatures, right? So now the creatures are going to be like friendly towards ships and stuff. So it'd be like little mini missions, right? Like, okay, you have to go around and clean up the critters who've reproduced in your base and are chewing cable and stuff like that. You have to go around and collect them, pick them up, and I don't know, either exterminate them or put them in cages or something. Something like that would be pretty cool, I think. I don't think it would be that complicated to implement in the game. Anyway, somebody could recommend that. I don't have too much luck when trying to approach people about their games and stuff, their stories. So maybe somebody else who's watching this video might. So yeah, I'm also a sci-fi writer, so sometimes I approach companies with ideas like, hey, how about we get together and do this project together? And they're like, no. So I write multi-option sci-fi, so I don't know. Go figure. So I think multi-option, like choose your own adventure type, is like the coolest type of stuff. So, but not everybody shares that opinion, I guess. So I just kind of like stopped approaching people with that idea. So, yeah, because I'm not the biggest or best programmer in the world, so yeah. So some of these people they're pretty good programmers and stuff, but I guess just the idea, I don't know if they really understand the idea. It could be that they don't. But yeah, I'm not too social anyway, so I'm not too insistent. So once I get a no, it's just, yeah, that's a no. But oh well, so yeah, back to the game. So we have some potential destinations. We see a moon coming up over the edge there. The moons, as I understand them, are full of uranium and stuff, which we really want uranium, but I don't know if it'd be worth like going all the way over there to that moon to mine uranium. Then we could just find an asteroid and mine uranium anyway. So my conclusion too was yeah, just finding a place where we can get all of the resources. Which I don't think ever exists. Uranium only exists in asteroids and moons. The planets don't have uranium or platinum, I think. I don't know. I've never been to another planet in this game. This is the very first time. So this is an exciting moment for me as well. I'm not sure what I'll find on the next planet. Sure, it's just gonna be like this planet down here, just maybe some wildlife, maybe, hopefully. Hoping to find spiders, because I like to process some of that. Have some more food options. But I'm not too sure if I'm going to find spiders or not on this next planet. It looks blue in the distance, but I've heard that that blue isn't water. And hopefully, yes, that planet over there. I'm hoping that I heard wrong and maybe it is water. Because I actually have a water mud. So I was hoping to test that out. Not sure how that works. Never used it before. So having an underground base like in No Man's Sky or something would be like next level, I think. So yeah, hopefully that blue is water. Knowing my luck, it isn't. But yeah, blue is always a good sign. If not, it'd be the green planet over there. Okay, so we're seeing our first signs of pirate activity. So pirates aren't very nice with our ships or space stations. So I'm kind of cautious with those once I see them pop up. Yeah, last time I had a space station right about here. It was going good, I had some refineries on it and everything, and little drones came in and chewed the thing apart. So that wasn't the best of experiences. So the next part, or the next step here, the objective is to find a nice little spot to hang around, and we're going to be building our battleship. Probably put the name Warhammer or something cool like that. So that's going to be the ship to do all the combat. Hopefully a little better than our last ship. We just like to run into stuff for some reason. I don't know, it's kind of retarded. But yeah, hopefully this next ship would do a whole lot better job, maybe. Maybe a little better AI, I'm not sure that's possible, but yeah, our last ship was pretty retarded. So the guns weren't going off and it was just running into stuff, and it was a total disaster. But hopefully this round will be a little different, hopefully, crossing my fingers. So over there looks like a prime place to start our endeavor. So we'll just hopefully have some ore in it. That would be like an extra added bonus to it. So we're gonna get over there. Maybe to protect us from pirates or something, not sure. And just start building our stuff. Two more ships actually, a grinder welder and a battleship. And we'll probably be saving our game before we do that, because bad stuff happens when you don't save. Yeah, it's kind of like saving your projects. You don't save them and they get corrupted. Usually my experience. Oh yeah, so we have pirate activity pretty close to here. Distress signal, just like in the last video. So it's just a trap. You go over there and you get blasted to bits, and yeah, game over. So let's get over here to the next asteroid and see what happens. Alright, so we have been pretty busy. We have actually built quite a few things, and we've been around looking for uranium and platinum, which we've had some success doing. Okay, yeah, it was a little tedious, so we won't go step by step on how I did that. You can just guess how I went flying around everywhere and a bit of combat and stuff like that, and which didn't really go too well. So our new combat ship, which I named Wormhammer, is he's retarded. So yeah, he's pretty much as retarded, or maybe a little bit more than our last combat ship. So he likes to go head to head with stuff, like the last combat ship. So he just rams and destroys stuff head on. So probably really bad idea putting guns on the front of that thing, but that's exactly what we did. Alright, so you can see here we had a pretty good success of keeping our ice supplies going, so nothing's died so far. Ice is still kind of full, because I've been like checking that every 10 minutes or so. So we have a nice little stockpile of food. We have some seeds and stuff. Yeah, so we're doing really good on that. I mean, we have tons of algae already. That was an excellent spot to put all the algae generators production, you could call it. I put them right on the front top part of the ship, so that was actually a really good idea. Really good idea. So that's pretty much, I wouldn't say the only thing that's gone well, because the combat ship was a not total failure. I mean, you can destroy stuff by ramming into it, but yeah. So everything else is going good, to sum it up. So we have our kelp crisps. It's a really good name, I guess, for that. So we have enough food, which is important. You don't want to come up here and be like, oh, I don't have any food, so what am I going to do now? Kind of too late for that. So you're going to have it before you come up into space. Yeah, and start some seed production, because that takes a while. Really slow. But yeah, no problem with that, right? You can go as slow as it wants, as long as it produces. So we have some direct creations going in here, and everything's looking good. Yeah, checking to see if uranium's going where it should be. So those are green, so that means it's actually powering. Or just keep the hydrogen engines in anyway. I mean, and we have enough hydrogen, I think, so that shouldn't be a problem. Everything's powered, everything's going good. Batteries are still charging, which is super. Alright, so let's see what I've been up to. So a little bit of combat, you can see here. A little drone came in, I think, and hit something, or maybe it did actually grind those down or something. I didn't really see that too up close. But yeah, there's some damage there. But I have this little neat looking ship. My own design, I think. I don't think I've copied that from anywhere. Pretty sure I haven't. So that's my own design. So those are, oh, this is an awesome ship here. That's a tug, mini tug, I named them. So this little guy will stick onto some scrap and just keep in place while I grind it down. So I actually haven't seen this in any other videos. I really doubt it's my own design, like my own idea. I'm pretty sure somebody else is more intelligent than I have thought of something like that. But yeah, that's something I came up with. It's a little ship to stick on the side or something and keep it from drifting away. And because grinding stuff down is really super tedious. It's not for everybody. I like to get stuff like, yeah, kind of for free, but it is a challenge to grind it down. So everything's a large block, as you can see, and if you're wondering why, that's because small blocks are really fragile. You try grinding or welding and there's stuff just shatters. So here's our Warhammer.
Warhammer.
The ship I've been bragging about. The one likes to go butt heads with everything in the universe. You can see it has been like butting with stuff quite a bit. So I've had to rebuild blocks and rebuild and repair and stuff right there in front because I just go head on and hit stuff. So half of these guns don't shoot, which I'm totally frustrated as to why they don't shoot. These side ones shoot sometimes, and these little guns do shoot all the time, so that's actually good. The rockets, I'm not sure if they actually shoot or not. Everything's connected. I mean, everything's connected, everything's green, there's ammo, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Just, they don't want to shoot. So I group them together and I assign them something like propulsion or shoot at weapons or something, and yeah. I don't want to complain too much, but yeah, that's not working out too well. But I think the whole design is pretty cool though. I think I have the design going right. So I have the big storage, so I can store some ice and all the ammo in it. So the ammo does weigh quite a bit, so it'll take up some space too. So I think I got the storage right. I got the reactor, maybe a little bit overkill, but that uranium will run out though. That's the ironic part. So I have like 100 in there, then I'm like traveling to some other asteroid, then all of a sudden I see it drifting. Oh, and it's out of power, yeah. I wonder why. So finally catch up to it, and it's out of uranium. So I don't know. Guess 100 uranium's not that much. But we will be getting that up there a little bit more. Hopefully at a 200 or 300 uranium. So most of the ship is heavy large block. So the reactor's pretty safe and the storage is pretty safe in there. I mean, once in a while they will punch a hole through it, but it's like, it's rare. So that thing's solid and it weighs a ton. And we can see the mess we made out here with all the stone. We've been doing quite a bit of mining. So the stone just, I guess the artificial gravity makes it go that way. And it just stops for some reason. Not sure. That's some weird physics and they just clump together. But I mean, that's okay. I mean, as long as it's not too close to the ship, then it doesn't bother me at all. So our ejectors are working way better than expected. Our last ship, the ejectors were on the actual mining ship. So not the best of ideas because it took a while to eject all the stone on the way back to the portable base. But this design is working out super awesome. So I'll be doing that definitely for all my future builds. So pretty cool ships there. I mean, especially this mining welding guy here. I know it's not an original idea, but yeah, that's a pretty awesome design, I think. Kind of hard to judge distances, as I'll be demonstrating here. Oh, I have the mini tug. He's connected to that button there. So I use mostly the mini tug with remote control. So I'll just hit that button, disconnect them, and connect remote control. Because yeah, you don't need to be too accurate when flying them around. You just need to connect something, and that's pretty much it. So how about we repair our miner, because looks like he does need the repairs. So we'll extend our welder here, just one. I thought one is just enough. I mean, if I put 2 or 3 on there, they just have the tendency to bump around and break. So just one. I mean, I'm saving enough time anyway with just the parts I have stored here. I have a large storage, so I can store all kinds of stuff in there. So I can pretty much repair everything I want without even have to go back for parts. Which, I mean, if you repaired stuff with just your spacesuit, you know the value of that. Definitely worth it. Saves tons of time. Tons of time. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately we did take quite a bit of damage here. So that was an unforeseen event. Just fortunate it didn't hit our food supply, so that would be a going back to the planet type thing. Yeah, that would be catastrophic. So you can see how efficient this thing is. That's what we've been using to fix our Warhammer. Our retarded Warhammer. It likes to ram everything and break blocks and stuff. I mean, there's probably some trick out there, I just haven't figured it out. To make it actually shoot instead of ramming. That's what I wanted to do, is shoot. If it could just shoot, I'd be happy. To have plenty of guns on it, just wanted to shoot. So I don't know why that would be so hard to shoot. So maybe there's some script to say ramming bad, shoot good. So try doing that. So okay, see we're doing pretty good on uranium. That's good, because our Warhammer does run off of uranium, so we gotta keep them kind of full. Because I know from experience that the Warhammer will run out and start drifting through space, and depending on the speed he was going, that could be really tough to catch up to. Or maybe impossible in some cases. Okay, well we're gonna see how that turned out for Warhammer. Probably not too well. Wherever he is, I'm not sure where he went off to. So we have a carrier pretty close out here, just 3 kilometers out. It's a little too close for comfort. More than 4 or 5 would be okay, but that's a little too close. So Warhammer is obviously not doing his job. So there's Warhammer there. He's just chilling over there by the asteroid. We don't want him actually like chilling too much because he's supposed to be working, keeping our portable base safe. He may not be working though, I don't know. Maybe he had something crash a little too hard. So maybe his AI maybe not working too well. So we get over here in our little safe distance away from that carrier and check out what this looks like here. Yeah, we're missing an engine. Couple of guns, looks like. Now we already know why he's missing a couple of guns. Because the genius of the AI thought it would be a good idea to ram into stuff, maybe. So, looks like he has enough guns maybe to take a carry-on, I don't know. Yeah, the carrier is coming pretty fast, so I don't know. Give me a time to repair. Okay, so I guess we can watch him ram into that carrier. Should be pretty interesting. So it looks like most of the guns are still functioning on that ship, but we already know that's not going to make a difference. Actually, that he's going to actually use those guns. The small guns will shoot though. They may gnaw down some of those defenses. Yeah, they're shooting. Small guns. Boom, there we go. Ram into that ship. Yeah, good job. Good job. Exactly what we programmed you to do. Oh, we have a bruiser now, okay. That's not gonna go well. Is that bruiser just gonna shoot him while he's chasing that carrier down? So that's not gonna turn out well. Maybe this might be my opportunity to replace Warhammer for something better, I don't know. I have some ideas on how I could do that. Better Warhammer. So, well, most of those rounds are deflecting, but something's bound to hit a sensitive area. So he'll go chasing that carrier until he can't anymore. Boom, okay. Well, he knocked that thing in half. I mean, I guess if I would have programmed Warhammer to do that, he probably would. He'd probably just shoot it. But since I actually tried to program him to shoot stuff, it's gonna ram into everything. Then he just chase after the trash. Make sure it's all pulverized. Okay, so Warhammer does not have a camera anymore. So we cannot see what he's chasing or anything. But I guess Warhammer would be smart enough to do whatever he's gonna do, so maybe we just trust in his onboard AI. He's gonna make it happen. Hoorah. Hoorah, as we used to say. Hoorah, Warhammer, go for it. Make us proud. Okay, so we're just gonna get this thing docked, and I don't know. I don't know if I actually go save Warhammer this time or just let him go. I don't know. I'll make the decision here where I dock. 50-50. I don't know. Okay, I think I've come to a conclusion. I think we might actually go after Warhammer. I mean, the actual ship, I mean, he could float off into eternity, but he has quite a bit of uranium on him. So that uranium takes a long time to refine, so maybe that might be enough to convince me to go get him. So okay, let's go get Warhammer. We have enough hydrogen, I guess, so why not? Okay, and we've caught up with Warhammer. And oh, surprise, yeah, he's on his way back anyway. That was unlucky. Alright, so I wasn't expecting to come back like that. I was actually expecting to catch up to him on his way to somewhere unknown. So I guess we're gonna cross this bruiser up here. And if we know Warhammer, he's just gonna fly right by him. Just gonna ignore the threat and say, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna pass that bruiser and let my creator just take care of it. Well, the bruiser's shooting at him. And Warhammer's just like, okay, I'm just gonna ignore you because I can. So how about we got a grinder out anyway, so must be the heroes we are. Actually, this is part of the game, yeah, it's like special forces type. We're gonna board you type operations. We've actually done these operations before. It's super hard because the ship's moving and bouncing you around everywhere. You can hit it really hard and you can die, so. And your magnetic boots kind of like detach, and I guess that's realistic, right? It's just like the way things are supposed to go, so it can't be too easy. But it is like super hard though, so. Well, we could try here. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna go too well, but let's try it anyway. Now we can grind this guy down. Yeah, some pretty good parts on him. So if we can get in just right, we can get our boots. Alright, yeah, we got the boots on. So we just have to go really carefully so not to detach. Grind those things down. And we detach, okay. We're probably dead now. Oh yeah. Okay, so here's our new setup. You can see I have Warhammer. He's being punished. He's connected to the back of our portable base. Kind of like Lost Faith. Well, kind of, no. So we got this torpedo launcher here. This is a really cool mod. Because I'm pretty fed up with Warhammer at this point. Yeah, past the point of it being like humorous or anything. Yeah, so we have like a pretty cool mod there. A really cool mod actually. I've tested it out a couple times already. And it's really super effective at 5 kilometers. Which is really, really sweet. So from 5 kilometers away we can shoot stuff. So it's kind of what I did here to get that little green ship you see at on the back end of there. So I actually went to a little asteroid and I found a base there. And pirates are all around it, so I shot them with the torpedoes. Super cool. Super cool. The only thing about the torpedoes though, they're really super expensive. So they take tons of resources. But I mean, watching the fireworks, it's kind of worth it. So we're using uranium, platinum, lots of iron, and gold. Oh, we're using gold. So unfortunately we don't have a lot of gold on us, so I don't know how many more of these torpedoes we're going to be able to make. Okay, so we're almost in range. We're going to see some spectacular fireworks here in a few seconds. Distress signal, which is probably a trap. I mean, with torpedoes now, you don't have to worry where. Well, the drone's actually still a threat. Because if they get too close and they're going too fast, torpedoes won't hit them. These are meant for bigger ships. Oh, so this is actually a pretty good sized ship here. Alright, so we got everything on, we're slowing down. And there goes the first one, second one, third one, okay. So we have 6 total. They take a while to load. We have 6 going out. And actually hit pretty good. Yeah, some of them get shot. Which is okay, I guess. All that gold and uranium, who needs that, right? Alright, so that probably took out the engines. I don't know, I haven't tried yet just to assign it like a specific thing, like, I don't know, maybe I need 2 launchers, one for engines and one for weapons. That would probably break things apart anyway. I'm pretty sure I'm going to blow all the prototech and stuff out of this thing. Pretty sure. Yeah, that thing's blown to smithereens now. Alright, so we've blown that ship to smithereens. We just have to find it now. So I think we damaged the beacon. Oh, maybe just follow the torpedoes, right? Sounds like the torpedoes went off. Where'd they go? Okay, yeah. That did not go as expected. Something happened there to the engines, and it's like the torpedoes, yeah, they're taking my scrap out. There they go. And there's the scrap. So any prototech that was in there is definitely gone now. See, I forgot to turn the torpedoes off. Alright, so that was really super good. It's okay. So I have the torpedoes off this time. And we're just gonna go out here to see, because I think there's some guns on this thing still that survived. We're about to find out. Yeah, I think I did see some guns on that. So objective here is to take those guns out before I get our salvage ship out here. So that won't be good. So we'll take those off. Doesn't make a nice little hole in our salvage ship. Alright, not all the way because we still want those parts. Oh boy, okay. Kinda knew that was gonna happen. There we go, it's right on the front of that ship. Okay, so we're gonna try this again. Hopefully with a little bit more success. Okay, so I'm kind of wondering if this salvage operation is going to be worth it. This is taking a lot more time than expected. I mean, I've taken a lot more guns out before. There only seems to be one active, so I don't know what's going on here, but I think I can eventually get this sorted out. Shouldn't be that complicated. Okay, got the angle and... oh yeah, okay. Makes sense. Okay, so... I guess this isn't about a salvage operation anymore. It's about... something else, like maybe pride or something. So yeah, just one gun should be like... yeah, what's going on here? I've taken like 3 or 4 before and on the first run, so this is kind of embarrassing. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna get it this time though. Alright, so we've got the right angle, kind of. Not really, but okay. Alright, so correct the trajectory. Come in, get an engine or two. So yeah, I think we'll save. We should have probably done that like before. Yeah, didn't think it was going to be this hard getting that gun. Okay, we got him. So from here we just have to grind things down. And just in case some AI activates, that thing won't start getting away. Thankfully you have this thing drifting kind of towards our base. So that's good. So we just gotta slow them down a little bit and get the parts. Okay, and now we can come out at a safe distance. Get our mini tug, our amazing mini tug ship. Go out there and stop that ship from moving. Yeah, this little ship's so useful. I don't know what I would do without a mini tug now. It's got to get the right angle. This thing is moving. There we go. Thankfully I can hit it kind of hard and it won't break. Okay, so you can see our Warhammer still being punished back there. I mean, the thing is like super tedious to keep repaired because he keeps damaging himself. So yeah, that was the decision to keep him like tethered behind there, magnetically attached to the back there. So until I figure out what to do with him, well, I guess he's going to be guarding things while we're on the planet. So hopefully he can do that at least. I'm gonna do the setup so the Warhammer's following the grinder welder ship instead of the home base, the portable base. So I'm gonna configure that so he doesn't follow us into the atmosphere and burn up. Which wouldn't be a bad idea, but yeah. Well, I'll think that through. But I'm pretty sure it'd be more useful alive and then waiting for us outside the gravitational pull. Alright, and we got that connected. We got tons of parts and loot and stuff. So that's a good thing about that, because we need all that to keep stuff repaired. Alright, so all good. All the ships survived. Everything in one piece. Thanks to the torpedoes. Everything's working. That's great. So we're going to be using this little ship here. I have some big plans for this guy. And this little gun, we want to keep him filled with ammo. So we're going to add some more of that. This one has to be manually filled. Doesn't have a conveyor system, which is okay. I mean, as long as it does its job and it shoots stuff, so that's still tolerable. It's just a scout ship anyway. Doesn't have anything big in it. I always have to put the engine on it. That's what I almost forgot. It had an engine knocked off. We're going to be using this bad boy here to keep us safe. Seems to be doing a pretty good job of that. They get one of these on our Warhammer ship. That might work, I'm not sure. Maybe it just won't shoot and keep ramming stuff. That'd be an expensive ramming tool there. Yeah, that's probably what would happen. It wouldn't shoot anything, it would just ram it with torpedoes. Alright, so now we have a gun collection going. Let's have a lot of those. Just one of those. We could make more ammo, that's no problem. We have plenty of magnesium now. We have a collection of data pads. Not sure what we're going to use those for, but still got a collection going. Alright, and now we're going to point ourselves at our destination, because that's where we're going. Hopefully we can find some water there. Really hope I can test my water mod. I really love the idea of creating like a underwater base. But knowing my luck, that's just gonna be like a... They're probably following like the Mars model. Earth, Mars, and that's what I'm suspecting. Okay, so we're gonna get our jump drives. Probably gonna overshoot that a little bit. I'm kind of estimating. We'll find out here in a few seconds. And yeah, we overshot. Probably not by too much. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're not too far out. Actually pretty close. That worked out pretty nicely. So we're going to be heading that way. Probably take us a little while, but still, I know a lot slower ways to get to planet. So we did save quite a bit of time by doing that. And we can mine some asteroids on the way. I'm pretty sure we're missing some things already. Making all those torpedoes. Gold being one of them. So hopefully you can find gold on the way over there. Some ice and some uranium as well. Let's have a look at this planet now that we're close enough. Man, that thing looks really dry. Yeah, that thing looks super dry. Hopefully those white spots are ice, I'm hoping. They don't look like clouds. But yeah, it looks like my illusion of water being on there has just been broken. Oh, so that blue is just like atmosphere then. Oh man. So it definitely does look like there's ice there. Looks like there's ice on the moon too. That looks like a big ice chunk actually. Huh. Okay. Could be worse, I guess. But still our first planet, so we will be going there as promised. Won't break that promise, we're actually going there, so let's go see if there's anything like interesting there. I mean, yeah, if I was the developers, I would definitely 100% put some like ancient ruins or something on these planets. Some reason to go there, right? So like the ancient tech or something. Something definitely you have to drill down to, like 1,000 meters or something. That would like, if I was a developer of this game, I would definitely do that. I'd be really surprised if they didn't do something like that. Like, okay, drill. We're not gonna give you any clues, but maybe a couple hints that there's like ancient tech down deep in the planets. So just go find it. Oh, now that would be super awesome. And knowing my luck, that's not the case here. Because I haven't seen any Reddit things or anything about that. So. Oh well. I guess I'd just be happy enough to find ice. Because going down there with no ice is going to be really bad. So I'm hoping that's ice. Alright, so looks like we finally made it to the planet. Looks like the exact same size as, well, looks a little smaller actually, but that looks like it's probably pretty close to the gravitational field. So I'm just calculating that from experience from the other planet. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop here because some of our ships are not capable of operating in that type of gravity. So only the hydrogen thrusters work there, as I understand. Could be wrong, I don't know. But yeah, we're only going to be taking hydrogen thrusters down there. So the other two ships are going to stay, the welder and the Warhammer ship. They're going to be staying behind. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this little ship here, and we're going to go scouting to see if there's anything exciting down there. Which I already know there is, right? Tons of stuff for exploration over there. Alright, so you can see this is a pretty quick ship. Pretty fast, pretty nimble. That's the word I was looking for. This thing can move really quick. That's what we're counting on, so it's not going to use too much fuel. It's going to go really fast and going to get the job done. I just need to take a look down there to see if there's actually ice. And if there is, then we're going down there. If there's not, then we're not. Okay, so this should be pretty quick in this type of ship. So we're just gonna, yeah, there's planetary gravity already, 0.05 G's. So it looks like we stopped just in time right there. Yep, so that would have started pulling us down right there, 0.05. So we take the dampeners off and it's already pulling us down. So we're gonna get the direction, so we're headed that way where the ice is. Hopefully that's ice. I'm really hoping it is. So we're just gonna let gravity do what it does. Alright, so we're increasing gravity, 0.06. So it's going good. Going down really slow and careful. There shouldn't be a problem in this ship this size. Shouldn't. So I'm just assuming the gravity is the same as the other planet. Okay, looks like we're here. Looks like a pretty flat type planet. Yeah, it definitely does look a lot like Mars, I guess. Not as many rocks, but yeah. I think they got that concept from Mars. So not all the way to 1G yet, but we are kind of like on a mountain. So, okay. That would explain that. Okay, so we're heading to that white stuff. So if that's not ice, and we're bouncing. Don't think there's anything that special to be here for if there's no ice. So don't think it's going to be too hard finding a flat spot to land on. Just gotta do it without crashing and using too much fuel. Yeah, does look pretty cool though. That brownish type atmosphere, kind of like the ashlands in Valheim. Before it was transformed, it was just like barren. But barren kind of. I liked it like that. Now it's like almost impossible to be there. But okay, yeah. So we succeeded in landing, and I probably forgot to leave the power on for that door. Yep, that's not gonna let us out. So we have to leave the engines on so we can get out. Let's see what that is. Oh yeah, it says ice. Alright, so, well that works, right? We have some ice. Looks like there's a lot more, so well, I think we're good to bring our base down here. Alright, so now we have a GPS marker. We are going to see if we can find anything. Like those ancient ruins and all that we were imagining on the way over here. Pretty sure we're not going to find that, but maybe something, right? Everything can't just be this flat and dull, right? It has to be something. And if there would be something, it would be on top of a really tall mountain like this one. Oh, we have a distress signal, okay. Looks like it's really close by. And of course it disappears, so we can't find it. Just like our silicone just disappeared and okay. So as we suspected, there's like very little on top of the mountain. Okay, so nothing too exciting there. Just the hopes of maybe finding a gold deposit, restocking up on gold and maybe silver and magnesium, stuff like that. So yeah, that's the goal. I guess next video we can go for the green planet and see what's over there. Pretty sure that's where we're gonna find the spiders. That's what I kind of wanted to find here, but oh well. Don't think we're gonna find any spiders there. Or here, I mean. So it kind of seems like we can't really escape the atmosphere this direction. Kind of seems to be the case. So we can't have the ship like, let's say vertical. Yeah, vertical, it can't escape the atmosphere, even though it has 2 engines. So I'm not sure why that would be the case. Yeah, we're not leaving the atmosphere. Just like hovering right below it. So if we use the bottom thrusters, then okay, yeah. Yeah, we are leaving the atmosphere now. Okay, well, funny how that works, but good to know. So we just gotta get back to our ship now and gently bring it down here. Alright, so here's the fun part. This is like the trickiest ship to park. I don't know why they made the connector like that. I guess it's because they wanted to land like flat on this belly. So that's why it's an inset connector, but it's like super hard to line up. Can't put a camera under it because it'll get squashed. So, that's the design. Okay, so that mission was a complete success. You confirmed there's ice on the surface, so we're doing pretty good. So I guess we'll just do something crazy and put a marker marking the edge of the gravity field. Even though, I don't know, coming in from different angles it won't even work, but still, it's good to have a gravity marker there, just in case we're close by in the future with another type of ship. It might help, it might not. Okay, so the first step of this is detaching our welder miner. It has already been set up with Warhammer, as the ship is going to be following. So you don't have to worry about watching those boring details for all of you who already know how to do that. For those of you who don't, then I don't know, maybe I can make the full uncut version of this video so you can watch everything step by step. I know a lot of people are going to get bored and like get 10 or 11 minutes into the video and get bored because they know all of this. But if there are people who want to watch this step by step, definitely let me know. I have all the footage, I just have to put together. But okay, so let's see here. We have plenty of uranium, so we can stay down there on the planet for a while without having to worry about refilling this thing. That's really important, because unpowered ships have a tendency to die. Okay, so we're going to be trusting Welder Miner to keep Warhammer safe. I don't think it's gonna be the other way around. Yeah. Suspecting Warhammer's gonna get into trouble, but we'll see. Now we have our save and we can come back here and figure out something else. Maybe drill a hole in an asteroid and park them in there. But okay, now to the fun part. Why we designed this portable base in the first place. This is our destiny. That was gonna be so awesome. So let's just get rid of the extra weight we have here. This humongous amount of ice that we have on us. And let's get this thing going. So that's objective over there. All that ice. Because without ice, we're gonna be in a bad way. So we have a tremendous amount of weight coming down this planet, so it may not go very smoothly. I'm suspecting we're gonna have some trouble doing that. So let's prepare by turning off our artificial gravity. If we can find it. We always had a problem finding the artificial gravity generator from this list for some reason. Should start with G, right? Gravity. The gyroscopes and... yeah, it's never... we're supposed to be right. Definitely not an S. Sci-Fi hydrogen thruster. Yeah, I would suspect it's not there. So, gravity. There it is. Gravity generator. So we're going to turn that off just in case. I'm not sure what would happen if we have that on during entry. So you have the gravity from the planet, then you have the artificial gravity from the ship. So, yeah, that could cause some kind of accident, maybe. So we'll just turn it off, just to be on the safe side. Looks like you're coming in at a really, really good angle. Yeah, I think we're gonna crash before we reach it. Yeah, we didn't calculate that right. But it's gonna be fun. Watch this. Oh yeah. Crashed right on the silver. That's ironic. Oh yeah, it looked like that hurt. Oh. Boots in the air, yep. Okay. So we're gonna, yeah, turn those dampeners on right away. So I think what's happening is the atmosphere is thinner. So that's some next level physics there. So if you have less atmosphere, the can't slow down that fast. Yeah, it's much harder to slow down. Obviously, right? So we're gonna start slowing down now, about 8 kilometers out. It looks like we're slowing down pretty good. So we'll just speed that up a little bit, I think. Seems like we're good now. Just have to calculate atmosphere being different. I think we got this. So the meteor storm alert later, well, earlier on, kind of made me worry if meteors can actually come down there and bash stuff. I might actually have to make like an underground protection thing for the ship, which can be really interesting to carve out. We did the miner, he could do that pretty easy, I think, in the side of the mountain. If that's the case, we'll find out. Meteors can crash into things on the surface there, which would make sense, right? Because the atmosphere is thin. So yeah, that's pretty good physics there. It'd be cool if it's like a little settlement or something. I don't know if those exist here. And space engineers too, that's a thing, having little outposts and settlement, not settlements, but like outposts and stuff. Oh, we found some nickel and cobalt. We crashed into some silver a few minutes ago. This is looking promising. Half a kilometer deep, but I don't have a problem with that. It makes some really large holes. So this looks like a pretty good place to park. Right on top of our resources, maybe. We might actually make the base in the mountain though. Okay, so we're getting our landing gears down. Yeah, we want to get those down before attempting to land. Okay, so you're getting a good angle there. Things look pretty cool from this angle here. The light coming over the horizon. Oh, the ice is coming up now. Oh, I think we're coming down hard again. That's not gonna go well. Oh, okay, so we didn't explode. But we have our landing gears in the soil. That's not good. So, I only have to do this once, and after that it will be good. So yeah, the rover and the other ship there if we want to go farther. So 52 meters per second. We're still going pretty fast. Way faster than I'd like to at this altitude. So I think, okay, yeah, we got it. Just barely. Yeah, that would have hit hard right there. Again. So let's find our landing spot. It's funny, I forgot to turn off the torpedoes again. I don't think it'd shoot at the distress signal, I don't think. That should be funny if it did. Oh, okay, so we have gold already. That's really nice. We're definitely going to be mining that. So we just got to keep the things from getting stuck again. And... oh man. Okay, so here we are again. In the same exact place. And we're really going to try this time to come down slow, because I know we can do it. I know it is possible. It is within my boundaries. I am capable of doing it. I know I am. I've done things much more complicated than that. So, I can do this. Gonna have to take my time. And if not, I mean, I just make a platform here, because yeah, this is getting ridiculous. I'm pretty sure I can. I can do this. This looks pretty fly here. Oh, we'll just inch down here. Kinda wanna do it fast, but we're not gonna do that. Nice and slow. And I think something already attached. Okay, we got the front one attached. I think I see green on the back too. I think. Yeah, I think so. I think we get it. I think we, yeah, green, green, and I'm not sure if that's blue or green, but I think that's good enough. Okay, so now we just need a way to turn the engines off. So thankfully you have that all grouped together. So we'll just put this down here and toggle on and off. Pretty simple. So we're not burning through a bunch of hydrogen. Awesome, okay. I would say that was easy, but it wasn't. That was pretty hard. So if a thin atmosphere, maybe that crashed too because of the same thing. Okay, well, that's a pretty cool texture, like kind of frozen for a long time. I knew that was going to be access denied. Thought I'd try anyway. Just in case. Well, it did that too much. That's the problem with the this grinder. So it grinds a little too fast. So I'm gonna have to go back to the tier 2 grinder. Yeah, it's way too fast. Access denied? Yeah, well, what I expect, right? That's a pretty cool design, right? Like a little lounge in a small ship. Sure, that was super useful. Probably not too much. I think our small ship was more useful than this one. Alright, so this is a piece of the story. That's what I like about this game. Let the ship crash, okay. I think that's what they did. Something hints at that outcome. Not sure what. No, access denied everything. That's really weird. Why would that happen? Okay. So this is awesome start, I guess, on this planet. I think the next video we're going to take the buggy out and test some of that. But yeah, I mean, this is actually my first planet, so this is pretty neat for me too. Yeah. I don't think it'd be really worth it getting this ship repaired and up and going again. Oh, we have enough ships already, so we'll be stripping this one down. They're pretty cool to find a ship though. Plenty of parts. And for some reason that's going to despawn. I'm not sure why. Oh, because the container we grinded down. So yeah, that started that time already. So I guess we need to grind that down pretty fast if we're gonna have anything for ourselves. But yeah, pretty cool. I mean, that was my logic, right? Why have a permanent base on every planet if your PCUs are gonna be through the roof? Your game is gonna be crashing for a base you're not even using on another planet. So my reasoning was have your base portable. So that's what we did. I think that makes more sense. So yeah, it's, if you like the idea, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not original, but yeah, let me know what you think. I didn't actually watch any tutorials to come to this conclusion of doing this. Kind of like trial and error. A lot of trial and error. So that's how I eventually came down to. It's like more intelligent to have a base that goes around everywhere with you than putting a base down on every planet. Maybe just like a small charging station, but that's it. Nothing more complex than that. Yeah, just keep it all portable. So yeah, I mean, if you like this video, like and subscribe. It helps me a lot. This is not my first attempt at getting this channel working. So it's kind of hard, and you kind of come to the conclusion one day, it's like, hey, why am I even doing this? But yeah, I mean, all the comments and stuff, that helps with the morale. Definitely, if you just like, you don't want to subscribe, then I mean, that's fine too. I do that too sometimes. So yeah, definitely, yeah, it's show your support and help me make some more great videos like this. I think I'm getting better, so yeah, Really glad if you actually got this far. So hope to see you later in our next video.